I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Ooh, baby. Oops, the podcast. How you doing, everybody? My name is Giulio Gallerati, and I'm joined by my lovely friend and co-host, Francis Ellis. Francis, how you doing?
What a joy to be on our podcast again.
Good to be here.
For some reason, it feels like it's been a long time since we were together,
It does feel that way.
but I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Well, it's great to be here. I'm thrilled to be back. We got a lot to
pleasure.
talk about, dude. I have so many topics. Let's get right into that thing we were just talking about off air.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about Francis no longer... His relationship with food is it's like almost like a sociopathic relationship with food.
In fact, that was actually not the topic I was thinking of. It was
What were you thinking of?
the punctuation and the celebrities saying words, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about my food problem.
Yeah, what's going on?
Giulio walked in today to the apartment, and I was eating, I don't even know what I was eating. I was eating like loose sheets of turkey.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Like just folding them up and eating them like they were leaves. And I have this problem now where I don't really taste food anymore. I don't really care about what I'm eating.
And I was saying to Francis that this is the dream. Like, I would love for my relationship with food not to be a romantic one, and I could just fuel my body properly with exactly what I need.
Yeah, that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
It is purely, I have a platonic relationship with food. I have a pure fuel efficiency. I know I need you. I guess I'll just put you inside me thing. It's like I feel like I'm a surrogate for food, for calories.
This makes me not trust you, dude.
But
This is
I don't know
sketchy.
where it came from because, dude, I used to love desserts.
Right.
I used to love it.
Sweets. You gave them up for Lent?
I didn't give them up. I still occasionally will get the pangs of desire. But now I desire things like dark chocolate covered almonds.
But those are extremely healthy, right?
In
Relatively
moderation.
Yeah.
In moderation.
For desserts, they're extremely healthy.
As far as desserts go, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a bad one.
Right.
So that'll kind of be my indulgence.
Right. And even when, like, if weed is involved, you're just hitting the dark chocolate almonds.
You know what it is? Maybe I smoked so much weed that I learned to overcome that munchy
That's how you're a true stoner, dude.
uncontrollability thing.
All my stoner friends from high school would not eat when they were high.
Huh.
And I think it was because they were so used to being high that it took away their appetite or something. Because I never was able to overcome that when I used to dabble.
My girlfriend had a sit-down conversation with me about weed.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd she say? She sat you down?
She had some issues with how much I've been smoking.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she smoke?
She does with me and has started smoking more because of me.
She's concerned for what reason? with you?
I think it wasn't that she said, look, it wasn't an intervention or anything like that. I think it was just in general, like, there are times, Fran, where we get together and you get so high that I feel like I'm hanging out with a corpse. And she went like this. She goes, and I start poking you and I don't get any response. And it's not that fun to interact with you.
You're just sitting there comatose, like,
And I said, those are the times when I'm happiest.
oh my God, dude.
Those are the best times. And you know what it is getting into edibles. Edibles changed everything for me. And the ease of access that I've now got to them ever since I started. Because you can fly with edibles. You can go to Colorado, Washington State, California, and fly home with insane amounts of edibles.
Right.
I won't do that with loose flower weed
Right.
because of the smell. I'm too nervous. But I'll come home with like 12 or 13 chocolate bars,
Wow.
bags of peanut butter cups, jar of honey stuffed into my fucking toe of my running shoe that I brought.
Dude, I remember I gave you an edible when we like first started hanging out, and I was like, don't eat this whole thing. And you were like, dude, I'm fine.
Yeah, I was like,
And I didn't
"Thanks, Mom."
realize, Because dude, I've just given edibles to people and it's ruined. It's like ruined their night.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to like make sure that I give you a disclaimer. But I had no idea that you were a veteran.
Well, a friend of mine told me who has an abject fear of flying, said that he never used to, but that one time he took an edible before a flight and it caused him to have a panic attack. And after that, he went to see a doctor about it. And his doctor said, "Did this occur because you took an edible?" And my friend said, "Yes." And the doctor said that 3 out of 5 cases of fear of flying that he deals with are catalyzed by
Wow.
bad edible experiences
Wow.
on planes.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. So
Holy
I
fuck.
won't eat an edible, or I won't even fly high. I'm too afraid to
Dude.
turn myself against
I'm
it.
a sober flyer.
Yeah.
These people who get bombed in the airport, I don't understand it.
Yeah, what the hell?
See, I just wake up all dried out, like,
Who are these fucking animals?
yeah.
Yeah, people who drink Bloody Marys at 7 a.m. at the airport before they fly. You go to you ever take like
Dude, it's crazy.
an early morning flight. I'm talking you're at the airport at 6 and there's somebody at a bar having a beer.
Dude, and you're eating a spicy tuna roll at 7 a.m. I'm like, what the
What?
fuck are you doing?
Who are these monsters?
Dude, literally.
Yeah. Well, those people need to start smoking weed so they can conquer their appetite problems, just like I have. I've become a robot, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
Let me tell you the lunch that I just had, and I'll tell you the manner in which I ate it. Okay? So I cut open an avocado, cut it in half, stuck my knife into the pit, pulled it out, threw the pit in the trash. Now I've got 2 halves of avocado with a nice little bowl in each where the pit was, right?
Sounds great so far, dude.
Poured a little tiny bit of olive oil, little balsamic vinaigrette, salt, pepper on top. Then I ate both of those with a spoon, like it was porridge, right? That's my avocado. So now I've got my like vegetables. Then I took a full bag of cauliflower that I bought at Whole Foods and I stuck it in my brand new microwave for 2.5 minutes. You got to puncture the bag
That
with
works?
a fork. Yeah. In fact, they have microwave directions on the back.
Whoa,
It's pretty nice.
that's fire.
Now, admittedly, if you're making cauliflower, you should probably roast it in the oven. It comes out a lot crispier and nicer.
Francis is a good cook, everybody, by the way.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, thank you.
In case that wasn't obvious.
But I don't even use my cooking skills anymore is my point, right? So I eat the whole avocado, then I cook the cauliflower, open the bag, and I just raw dog that. I might as well just funnel it, right? And then I took a container of deli turkey, not smoked, by the way, because I heard that if you eat a lot of smoked turkey, it's actually not that good for you.
Really?
Yeah. So I ate oven roasted applewood turkey, organic, all that shit. I ate like 7 or 8 sheets of that.
Sheets of
And
meat.
then I had one more thing: avocado, cauliflower, turkey. Oh, and then I had like 4 or 5 pieces of dried mango. But I ate them all separate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not a meal. And I ate them all standing up
Yeah.
out of the bag.
Yeah.
I might as well just dump them all into a blender and drink it.
Oh God. Is this a normal thing for you?
It's become a normal thing.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
It's not very pleasant. I'm eating to get to that point of being kind of full. Now, I'm eating the healthiest shit imaginable, so it's like I'm not that, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But it's not fun.
If you were to reintroduce some unhealthy thing that you no longer eat, would you then crave it? Moving forward?
This is a great question, and it brings me to, I'm going to answer your question with an idea that I've become obsessed with.
Oh, please. This is great.
Okay. I have become obsessed with the idea of getting fat on purpose.
Oh, wow.
Spending a month, and I might need more
You're
time.
going to need more time than that.
Spending a month or 2 getting fat. Hold on, Chris, because we're definitely going to call on you for this. We're going to phone a friend.
For the record, Chris was trying to talk.
Yes.
I don't want you guys to think that Francis was just like,
No, I want to bring you
don't
in.
worry, Chris.
Let me finish my pitch, okay? So I want to get fat. And I want to make like kind of not a documentary, but just like dialogue it or whatever. What's the fucking word I'm saying? Make a vlog about it. What's the word I'm looking for?
Fat Francis?
Yeah, Fat Francis, right? Get fat and then get ripped again.
Wow.
And see how long it takes. And there's because for so many reasons do I want to do this.
How fat are we talking? You probably weigh what, 200 pounds?
I weigh 205.
So you would, what would happen initially is that you would probably just get skinny because you would just lose your muscle. And then you would start to get fat.
Dude, right now, I'm not saying this to be a dick. I'm probably in the best physical shape of my life right now.
And you're just, is that's like not satisfying enough to you? So
It is, but here's the thing. It's all I've ever really known.
Just being fucking shredded, bro.
My whole life, I've never had a moment of like, I need to lose weight or whatever. And I know that's a privilege, okay?
It truly is.
But what you don't get from that is you never get someone telling you, dude, you look great. People don't say that.
Oh, boo fucking who, dude.
You know who gets that?
Go fuck yourself.
You know who gets that the most? People who were
lose
fat
weight,
and
right.
then lose weight. People love those people.
Right. That's like America, man. We love a good tale of redemption.
A redemption story, a shedding weight.
If you never fuck up, they'll never give you praise.
Chris, what do you got?
Dude, fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
Chris is gonna fuck himself.
No, but in truth, yes, I get.
You want to
what
get fat? I can get you fat. But
I think
you'll
it'd
have
be
to
hard-
stop doing like all the things you like. Like you need.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
No
there's a thing. It's
exercise.
called bulking. You ever heard of it? That's what people.
Yeah, but
do
I
in the
could
winter.
bulk. I could bulk and not get fat.
Yeah.
I'm talking. I want to like eat,
All right.
Bacon, egg, and cheese bagels for breakfast every day.
Okay.
Pizza for lunch. Wings and fucking pad thai at dinner
Yeah.
every night
Sounds like
for a month.
you know
And
what to
ice
do.
cream. Right? Would that do it?
Oh yeah.
I think
You
so.
have to stop working out though, because
Is that the problem?
You got to stop working out, definitely, because you could probably eat those things, and if you're still working out hard,
yeah.
you'd probably be fine for a
Yeah.
bit.
So
Yeah.
I'm aware of this. I've already considered all of these things. Okay. And here's the thing.
You're gonna feel like shit, dude.
This is what's so interesting to me. The biggest thing I'm interested in is how it will affect my mental health.
It'll probably make you feel awful.
Yeah,
Because-
it's gonna make you feel terrible.
Exercise and diet are two of the biggest tools that I use to combat depression and dark thoughts and to keep myself moving forward. Right? So how will getting fat and just treating myself like shit exacerbate and heighten those things?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I hope we don't just find a fucking sweaty, fat, dead Francis on the floor of your bedroom.
I'm worried.
I am too. Don't do this, dude.
Look, I think if it got to the point where I like was looking at myself in the mirror for this gig that I'm doing and just saying like, that's it. I don't like myself anymore. I want to end my life. I would start turning it around. I'd pull the ripcord, right?
Right.
But I am so curious to see how I would feel in a body that I've never known.
Could be interesting.
I
mean,
also-
it might not be worth it. You need to get somebody to finance this to make it worth
I
it.
would need a dietitian. I would need to be seeing a doctor regularly, taking blood pressure, all that shit. Look,
You're a
it's
young
been done
man, dude.
before.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been done before. Supersize Me.
Morgan Spurlock.
Morgan Spurlock. And then Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia did
He
it.
did it too?
And then he reversed
He's
back
jacked.
and fucking cut himself up.
Does he
Yeah.
take HGH?
I don't know, but he did the Hollywood thing of, hiring a trainer to live with him basically,
Right.
and then eating totally portioned out foods for him and letting his life be dictated by his body transformation. So I'm not necessarily saying I want to go that far back, but I want to see how I feel. How does it affect my sleep? How does it affect my self-consciousness? But also, will it instill in me a sympathy for people who are overweight?
Dude.
I'm not kidding.
I know. But
Is that because look,
you don't like you just don't like overweight people?
no, it's not that I don't. It's not that I
You just
dislike
don't
them.
feel bad for them?
Look, I don't. No, again, it's not that I don't have sympathy for people who are overweight. It's that
You don't have empathy.
you hear people all the time say things like, people who don't know that overweight, what it's like to be overweight, say things like, well, if they just weren't lazy, they would be able to sort themselves out, or being obese is like a choice or whatever, right? And I don't subscribe to that at all. I think people have different genetics. I think people are blessed with fast metabolisms and some are not. Some people are tall and it's easier to like put on muscle or not. So for me to really put on a lot of unhealthy weight might really change my worldview and give me an arsenal of answers to combat those kinds of people.
This is seeming like a hollow mission statement, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
Dude.
Like, why do you need to feel for
You
these
don't need
people?
to feel like
Don't
that.
you think
would
it'd be
hate it,
interesting?
dude.
Of course I would hate it. I know that.
What
I'm very
are you
vain.
gonna
Also,
get
your
from it?
girlfriend might
Like,
like
you
it.
don't-
She might think it's cute.
No, I don't think so.
She's gonna be like, "You're fat, dude."
She'd be suffocating under me.
She's like, "I think it's cute."
We'd stop having
This
sex.
Rubbing
is
your
like
little
one of
tum-
those
your
things
little
that you
belly.
think about and you're like, oh, this would be a really good idea. And then you start doing it for 2 days. And you're like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, I know it would suck, but I think, look, dude, Christian Bale
I don't
does
get
it
the,
for
bro, I don't
every
get
other
the point.
movie.
He's making millions of dollars to do it.
This is the sort of thing that people would actually want to watch from me on YouTube.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a good point. Okay, yeah, this makes sense now.
So this is like a whole content.
What? That's all it took to turn you guys around?
Yes, because it was
Getting views?
You're
None of the fucking sympathy, changing the worldview shit, none of that?
You don't give a shit about that either.
I do. I've never known what it's like to be fat. I asked 2 of my friends who have had like major weight fluctuations. I was like, what is it like? I've never known. And they were like, dude, are you serious with that question? And I was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. And they were like, it sucks. You're hot all the time. You get out of breath walking upstairs. You're tired.
How
and I was like,
fat
that's
are you
all
gonna
new to
get?
me. I've
How
never known
fat are you
any
gonna
of
get?
that.
You're gonna gain 50 pounds fat.
So I weigh 205 right now.
Be too.
I don't know that it would, I don't know that the weight would be the right barometer, right?
Okay, fine, but let's.
I would say I would
ballpark
go from like whatever 8% body fat to like
25%.
25%. Yeah.
That's not. I feel like you'd have to be more than 25% to be fat.
I don't know.
I think like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. But like, fat Francis, that would be interesting. And it would. You're right.
You want to know another big thing about
Yeah.
this?
Let's hear it.
Dude, when I go on stage in comedy, people don't like me.
Right.
People don't like me.
Right.
Because I go up there
Like, fuck
and I'm
this
like,
guy.
comedy,
Fuck this
here
guy
are
who
my
my girl-
problems.
who my
And then
girlfriend
everyone
wants
in
to
the
fuck.
audience is like, fuck you, dude. You don't have problems.
Right.
And I'm like, you're kind of right. I'm just playing the game the best that I can.
Right.
I've written along the tone that I've seen in comedy,
Right.
which is self-deprecating, right? But it's hard for me. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm happy with my life.
I get it.
But if I walked on stage and I was a little heftier, a little pudgy, maybe I grew a beard
Right.
and grew out a neck beard with it
Yeah.
and really just looked like shit, people might start believing that I don't have it all made in the shade.
Right. No, dude, I get that. I understand the idea of that.
I'm
think you just
curious
have to-
about
you
it.
have to overcome it.
I could be dead wrong.
No, I think I see what you're saying. It definitely doesn't. It's not worth it. But again,
Why
could
is
be,
it not worth it? What if it became a fucking awesome YouTube series that people were like
No. I'm
fascinated
saying
by?
that is worth it. But to see if people think you're funnier and want to root for you more is definitely not.
That's
worth
just
it.
one of the many
That's one of the
pieces.
things. One of the interesting
One of the
things.
many flavors that I am interested to discover.
I mean, listen, if you want to donate your body to like a social study like that, God bless you.
Yeah, I want to see how people treat me differently. You know,
Are you gonna do it?
I don't know. I just came up with it today,
You're not gonna do
but
it.
it's all I've thought about. Dude, it's very possible that I could try it, and what Chris said would happen is that I get like 2 or 3 days into it, and I'm like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah.
I can't not exercise. I can't eat this shit.
You're just gonna wake up with heartburn and shit.
Yeah, I've never
Start
known
taking
that.
Tums.
Yeah.
Be all
You need to buy
constipated.
new clothes, dude. None of your fucking clothes will fit.
Well, I'll just go back to my high school clothes because I used to wear super baggy shit.
There you go.
Every time I go home to my house in Maine, where we have my high
You were
school
in
clothes,
Jenko.
I like try on clothes. I'm like, how could I possibly have thought this fit at the store? Because I was skinnier in high school. I weighed 186 in high school.
Scrawny.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you get fat, what do you think like the first part of you would start getting fat? Like, Do you think it would happen in your face? Because I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Like if your
People
face
would
was
like
just
me so much more.
I think you'll start getting a belly. I could see you being a belly guy if you got fat.
It could be. But, that's kind of been always the place in my life where I've had like real definition. It's like through the middle. So I don't know. I think face, maybe hips.
There's no way you're going to have a fat face and a six-pack, pal. I hate to break it to you. If you start getting fat.
No, I'm not saying I'd have a
Six-pack's gonna go.
six-pack, but I don't know that I would get the gut
Right.
that quickly.
Right.
I could just see everything kind of like melting into one.
Right. Just a big ball.
So then I started thinking about other ways that I could change my life to learn how to experience shortcomings or things that make life difficult for people, right?
Mhm.
And one idea I had was to live my entire life, live for an entire month blind,
Wow. That's interesting.
just wear like 2 eye patches and get one of those dogs. That'd be awesome. See how that changed my life. So how much better would I get at smelling?
Is that even legal?
Would I be able to smell everything?
Probably.
Farts, drippy vaginas 20 yards away. Like walking
you
through the
can-
farmer's market, would that blow up into color for me?
I'll tell you what. I know a person who did a study where they made you blindfolded for a week.
A week?
Yeah, straight. And then when you took the blindfold off, you can see in the pitch dark.
What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
How is that? How does that
Not
work?
like pitch absolute dark, but like what to us would be pitch dark. You can see everything.
So what? It just trains? Does it rest your eyes?
I don't know.
Are you? Oh, here's a question: are your eyes open behind the blindfold?
Yes. I guess. Like I know that maybe just that it would make sense that they would be because the lack of light that you're just looking at this entire time. Once you finally are looking at any
Yeah.
light,
Mhm.
the exposure or something must be enough that you can see shit.
Well, I know that when I was in high school in science class, we had this project where we had to go look up at constellations at night and identify them. And our teacher told us to dark adapt our
Oh,
eyes
interesting.
before we looked at the stars, which means don't look at any lights or anything for like 10 full minutes and you'll actually
Right.
see far more stars because your pupils open up more. It's like a
Right. Same
camera, when you open
Shit.
the,
Absolutely.
whatever that,
Shutter.
yeah. What's that called, Chris?
Aperture?
The aperture.
The aperture. Dude, this happened to me the other day. I feel really bad about it. But there was a blind person standing next to me on the corner, and I didn't notice that they were there. And then I looked to my right, and there's a hand reaching out at me, and it was the blind person trying to see if it was like. And I kind of like stepped back and was like, ugh. And then I realized the person was blind, and then I was like, am I supposed to like guide them to like? And then I just crossed the street.
Wow.
Is that bad of me? I kind of panicked.
I don't know. I think for me, it would depend on how clean that blind person was.
Didn't look too clean, to be honest. They didn't look too clean, man. That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like if that hand that's reaching out is coming out of some like cloak,
It was
gnarled, long, twisted fingernails with plenty of dirt under them. Yeah, I'm doing what you did.
okay, good. Because that was maybe partially what the situation
Yeah,
was.
but if it's like a blind person who looks like Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman, I'm gonna say, "Hello, good man. Would you like a hand across the street?"
Was he blind in Son of a Woman?
Yeah.
Really?
Am I wrong about that?
I don't remember that. I haven't watched that movie. That's the one with Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
He really?
I'm like 99%
Yeah, you
sure.
remember- Chris, can you look that up?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Al Pacino's blind in Scent of a Woman.
Gotcha.
But you definitely can't make fun of my blind people. That's a real sensitive thing.
I mean, I would never. I'm just saying. It was like I felt bad afterward, but then I was like, it was a natural reaction. Got caught off guard. Person I don't know trying to reach out for me.
I understand that.
Dude, I got a good story.
Let's hear it.
A friend of mine. Have I talked about this before? When I took my friend's drug test for him. I don't think I have.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
don't think so.
So a friend of mine was like, "Dude, I'll pay you $500 to take my drug
I
test."
feel like you have told us this story. All right, let's hear it again.
Okay, $500 to take your drug test for you for him. And I was like, okay. I was like, aren't they gonna know that it's not you? And he's like, no, you go to a third party place, so they don't know either of us, and you look enough like me that it'll work. And I was like, okay, sure. And I was like, how did you pass it in the past? He's like, dude, last year I wore a fake penis over my real penis.
Yep.
And
Entourage.
I was like, what? I was like, but isn't it your urine still? And he was like, no, because it's connected to tubes that have urine in them. And he's like, but it's a pain in the ass. You have to heat them up to a specific temperature.
Oof.
And I was like, who gave you the pee? He's like, my dad. I was like, what?
Wow.
What did you tell your dad? He's like, yeah, my dad's chill. I was like, okay, whatever, dude. I'll take your test for you. So I went and took this guy's drug test for him. $500. I go in. There was no problem. The woman looked. She's like, all right, great. Pee goes off without a hitch.
They watch you pee?
No. They just give you the sample. You go in, you pee, you give it back to them. And he waited across the street nervously. So I had to like fuck with him. So he's like, if anything goes wrong, just get out of there, man. I was like, okay. So I pass, everything's fine. But then to fuck with him, I sprinted out of the building. He was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, dude, I got you. But like, he just couldn't stop smoking for a month. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, and what was requiring him to get so many drug tests?
Just for his job. Like, I guess each year he was like interning for this company.
Got
so
it.
they would drug test him every year. And then he was becoming officially employed by them and he had to pass another drug test for HR.
Got it.
Which seems
Interesting.
crazy. Have you ever had to do that?
I've never taken a drug test ever.
And did you ever get tested in college for sports?
No. They never, it was supposed to be random,
Right.
but it was always like
The same
the
people?
football team would get
Yeah,
tested.
same with us.
They never tested lacrosse or soccer.
I don't think
fucking
I ever
fencing.
got tested either.
Yeah.
Either by the NCAA or by the school.
Yeah. I think there were some guys. There was a guy on our team who got tested one year, just actually randomly, and he was a huge pothead, and he didn't raise any eyebrows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're looking for true performance enhancing drugs, or maybe banned like cocaine and fucking meth and shit.
Are you allowed to take Adderall if you're an athlete?
You're not.
Do you have a
I think
prescription?
you have to have a prescription for it, but there are things like that
Right.
which could get you in trouble.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Interesting. Speaking of which, I haven't been taking it.
you're still off.
Haven't taken it once.
See, this is a fascinating experiment.
This is an experiment I'm
It's
doing.
kind of like Fat Francis.
It is exactly like France. Yeah, dude, it's been a very interesting thing, and I'll tell you about it. So first of all, I went to this health coach, which I think I mentioned, and so I've been trying to eat extremely healthy, and I haven't been drinking at all or doing any drugs.
Wow.
Not that I would be doing drugs normally, but like no casual pot smoking, really, any of that shit. And I'm wondering how much that's contributing to it. But I will say this. Those moments where I'm like triggered and I'm anxious and I'm like, I need medicine, where I think that, I'll kind of just like sit and take a deep breath and it'll kind of pass. Also, thank you to everybody who's been sending suggestions. Maybe at some point I'll start trying with these ulterior things. But one thing that I've found very interesting, I've been 10 times more productive in general because my brain has reset from this idea that I can only be productive during a specific window when I'm taking the medicine.
Really?
Isn't that interesting? So all these little things that I've never gotten around to, like I bought a remote for my actual TV that's different from the cable remote so that I have a sleep timer. That's been on my to-do list for 5 years. And I finally did that. Just like little shit like that, man. Or even just
Wow.
like little things in the city. Like I went to Hamilton Grange yesterday in my free time. Fucking, Alexander Hamilton's home. It was a lovely thing I did.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt really good. So if anybody's thinking about going off the old Adderall, it can be done. I never thought that I'd be saying I don't take it.
Now-
I might get back on it, but we'll see.
Right. I'm sure that everyone would have a different experience weaning off.
Totally.
But it seems like at your age, after having spent so many years on it, it's worth a try.
Might
just
as well,
to see
right?
what life is like.
Totally.
And anyone who's considering doing this, obviously, we would tell you to consult your fucking psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever that your prescribing doctor.
It's
to let them
very
know.
professional and responsible of you.
Because rewiring your brain chemistry on your own time and of your own dosage can be kind of wacky,
Right.
for sure.
Different for everybody.
Got to be careful. But dude, that's so good to hear. Keep us posted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
so far, so good.
I want to say you look better.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting that onto you because of it.
It's possible, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you're against, in general, the no booze approach.
No.
I'm not quitting drinking.
No, I'm not against that.
Against it in the fact that I just placed my hand on Francis's knee.
It's right there for you.
In the sense that like the idea of a lack of the ability to maintain moderation for a comedian.
Yes. What my issue with comedians is that I think that they live at extremes, right? So it's either like I'm drinking and I drink all the fucking time, or my only other option is to go stone cold sober and not touch alcohol for 10 years.
Right.
And it's like, yo, there is a fucking middle ground.
100%.
So no, you've gone sober Sally.
I'm not being sober Sally. Like I'm pitching a show in a couple months and I would like to look my best.
Cool.
You know, and I think that, you know, if I were to go and the show were to not go and they didn't pick it up, and in the back of my head, I would be like, is it because I wasn't my fucking best self?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, you know, probably not, but
right.
It just I don't know, feels good.
Yeah, you're trying
positive.
to put everything you can into this, every aspect of it. I think that that's noble.
Positive thing, at least.
Dude, I have been undertaking some different changes in my life a little bit. And this is going to sound crazy, but for whatever reason, when I watch clips from the Joe Rogan Experience, I find myself adopting those things into my life.
Same.
It's so weird.
It's also awesome, dude.
Okay? So I'm glad to hear you do this too, because I thought you were going to laugh at me.
No, I do the same thing.
This guy is a fucking leader of lifestyle, okay?
Definitely.
And he drops these little tiny things, and I don't even know why. It's not like they're always different things. So I saw a clip of Judd Apatow asking him about his workout regimen, right? And Judd sort of gave Joe offered a brief description of how he does his week. And what he said is that at the beginning of each week, he schedules out what he has to do, whether it's, 2 runs, 3 weight lifts, and 2 yogas, right? Somehow he has to fit all of that in. And he finds time to do it. And this week, I didn't plan at the beginning, but I went to yoga for the first time in fucking years.
How was it?
Hard.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
hard.
went to power yoga.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 94 degrees or some shit.
Oh, you did like a hot one too?
It's not 115.
Right.
It's not the Bikram, but it's like 94.
Yeah.
And it's tough place to start. I'll be honest with you.
Definitely, man.
Tough place to start. I went in
For an hour?
yeah. And I had to rent a mat, which already gave me fear of like staph infection and shit, but I guess they probably cleaned that up okay.
Hopefully.
And then I found that when I was in Upward Dog, sweat kept pooling in my nostrils. I didn't like that. Felt like I was being waterboarded by myself.
I don't understand how but an up dog, your nostrils are facing the ground still.
Is that right? So maybe it's Downward Dog that I'm thinking of.
Downward dog? Yeah, downward dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense.
I felt that was the part I didn't like.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. So I did yoga. I did the hot yoga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he had mentioned that he does that. And then I've also he mentioned that he takes like lots of vitamins and multivitamins and B12. And I've started taking vitamins again. But the first day that you take a multivitamin and then you forget that you took it and then you go to pee, I don't know if you're aware, your piss looks like it's trying to distinguish itself in hunting season. It's neon laser tag yellow.
Yeah.
And that's pretty jarring.
It is. Unpleasant.
So I've been taking these vitamins. I've been eating like Joe Rogan, although, and now I'm thinking about like taking up elk hunting. And I love animals. I don't know how I'm going to get my head around that. Like, but I want to live like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, dude. I've started saunaing for long periods of time because of one of the guests he had. It's good stuff, man. It's just cool to hear all these like cutting edge health discoveries and stuff.
He's
Fountain of Youth guy.
He's a big weed guy. He likes hunting game.
Right.
He does a lot of mixed martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that. Like, should I start doing jujitsu? Dude, Ronnie Chang is big on jujitsu.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard it's awesome.
I think that if I were to get like a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, which admittedly would take years, start hunting animals with a bow and an arrow.
Is that what he does?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yo, watch some of his stalking clips on YouTube.
They're
It's
crazy.
insane. Yeah, he believes in like, the natural evening the odds between man and beast. And he
cool.
stalks these elk and shoots them only with a bow and an arrow. And then I started reading up on all these forums of, what's the most humane way to kill an elk. And some people were saying, well, killing with a bow and an arrow, it makes it more difficult, but sometimes the animal suffers longer than if you just shoot it in the head or something. So, gosh, I don't know. I consider myself a hunter now, even though I've never killed an animal in my life. But I don't know. Joe Rogan, man, I like the way he's living. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people are.
People love that guy. He's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good shit.
Good. Yeah. Well, Giulio, we'll see if I feel next week the same way. My thought was that if I would start the Fat Francis campaign on February 1st. And we'll see if we can get our ducks in a row for that. But maybe I'll have a change of heart for the sake of my heart. Tune in next week to see if I'm going to become fat. And as for now, this is Oops, the podcast as always. G, we can find you at Not Julio.
And Julio, I'll keep you posted with the Adderall stuff. And if you have more suggestions, I would love to hear from you guys. So let me know.
Send us your oopses. Send us them on DM us on at the Oops the podcast Instagram account. It's growing. We're feeling good about that, and we're getting more and more listeners every week. We're starting to pick up. This is fucking great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Francis at Francis CCLs, of course, and tune in next week. We'll see you. Bye. Yeah. Oh, also, really quick, we post all of our clips and the full episodes to our YouTube channel, Oops the Podcast on YouTube. Go check those out too. See ya.